Hello, Cancer. Welcome to your weekly reading for June 10th to the 16th. This is for Cancer and Cancer Rising, and we're going to jump right into it, Cancer. What a week. Now, listen, there's only four major aspects, but they're pretty big. So let's talk about them. Let's start with Tuesday. On June 11th, we got Mars squaring Pluto. Okay, so this is a big one. All right. As I said in your last week's reading and even the monthly forecast, these are two powerful planets. And, when they are squaring like this, you see more of their aggressive sides, right? Mars, the planet of war and conflict. Pluto, destruction and intensity and power. So there could be some power plays here, power struggles, power tripping. I want you to know that could be a possibility around this time, this come at me bro energy that, to be honest, it may have to do with a friend, okay? It may have to do with a friend because Mars is in Taurus at this point in your 11th house. That rules your social network. If not a friend, a group that you belong to, community, organization that you belong to. And it also could have to do with like money. There could be some money money matters that come up. Maybe, a friend owes you money. But here's the thing, Mars squaring Pluto is for the collective, right? So it could even be you. There could be a part of you where you're just like you hit that point or just so this is definitely a day to be very graceful. All right, Cancer. And y'all are really good at that. You're Cancers, all right? Y'all have that energy about you. And just know that if anyone tries to trip you up or whatnot, just, be the best version of yourself. Be the better person in that situation. Grin and bear it. Let karma work its magic, all right? Let karma work its magic. I also want you to not overexert yourself this day because Mars and Pluto together, it can be really draining physically as well. All right. So don't, try to, carry 40 birthday cakes made out of steel. Just be cool around this day and you're going to be fine. You're going to be fine. You're going to be absolutely fine. Don't let anyone trip you up. Okay. Now on Wednesday, on June 12th. All right. Now we got Mercury squaring Saturn. So this is going to happen the next day. And, these are just the highest peaks of these aspects. So you're definitely going to feel it throughout the week. All right. So these kind of they blur into each other. Now Mercury's squaring Saturn is going to be very interesting because Mercury is communication and Saturn is, the authority, right? And so think of this as like a coach telling you that they're going to bench you. All right. They're going to put you on the bench. They're going to take you out of the game. And you may be a little around this, but be cool. But have that time when you're sitting on the bench observing. Have this moment to process things and think things through, and don't be reactive, be responsive. If you find yourself in a situation where something like this may happen, but it could be like a day where someone's very critiquing or critical, things like that, the criticism as well. Just be mindful this day, all right, and don't be hard on yourself. Remember, Mercury is in Gemini in your 12th house. All right. So the subconscious, your intuition. So trust your intuition most of all. You could feel a squeeze around this time with spirituality as well. And I say that because Mercury is in Gemini in your 12th house of spirituality, of the, hidden things, the unconscious and whatnot. But Saturn is in Pisces, all right, in your 9th house of spirituality and your belief system. So it's your philosophy. So this is a time where you may even see things in a different way. Something could make you see things in a different way, in a way that you needed to see something. It is a testing day, but it's something where, again, I want you just to observe and be aware and be mindful this week. Okay. You definitely could feel a squeeze spiritually around this time as well. But remember that with Mercury squaring Saturn, yes, there could be someone could say something that, just really gets under your skin around this time. All right. So just exfoliate, right? Exfoliate it with your amazing Cancer self. You're going to be fine. You got this. Always be diplomatic, be cool, be the best person in the situation. This is a day where you don't want to make like really big agreements as well. But just know this is a time to handle things with grace, okay? I've been telling the other signs that I've recently got an email from a colleague that was very passive aggressive. They were definitely fishing for that moment to launch this grenade. And I just wrote back, thank you so much, okay? All I did, I nipped it in the bud. And it just, I didn't fall into that bear trap, and there we go. And here I am, and we just moved on. Okay. So you're going to be fine. You're going to be cool. Now on Friday, we have the sun conjuncting Mercury. So this is really great. We have a Mercury kazimi. A kazimi is when the planet is in the heart of the sun. This is going to be a total refresh of the mind. All right. Now, this is going to be very interesting for you because I think this is going to be that, really heightened intuition, maybe even sensitivity, but there is a sense of something that is going to be moving for you. This is, a Mercury kazimi is like clarity. It's having a lot of clarity, brilliant ideas, a lot of problem solving, but this could come on a really deep level. Remember, this is happening in your 12th house of the subconscious, of hidden things, of imagination as well. You could have like, these really creative moments with, even like intuition there. You could have this big burst of intuition, but, Mercury is at home in Gemini. Mercury's in his dumbest house. So it really gives you this, it gives you a lot of leverage. Let's keep it that way. So I really like this for you. Now on Sunday, Venus and Mercury will square Neptune. We need to talk about this. All right, Cancer, you ready for this? It's not just these aspects, it's happening. It's what's happening for the next few months. Now, this weekend, for sure, with these aspects, it is just you facing your truths, okay? Looking beyond the veil, looking, seeing through the fog of things to hold on to your truths, face your anything that you have to face, and being honest with yourself and being your authentic self. Okay. Neptune is spirituality. Neptune is compassion. It's, intuition, everything that I said earlier. But when it's in these squares, when Neptune's in these squares, it can bring out that side of illusion and delusion and confusion and even, like escapism, self-sabotage energy as well. So it can feel like this spiritual abyss, but, Cancer, you're a light. You have a light inside you. Use your light. You're going to be fine. It may be a time where you can get really creative about things and use your intuition to, really connect with your higher self. Break out the crystals. Okay. This is going to be that time where these squares are really pushing you. Like I said in your last week's reading, these squares push you, okay, to become, to the best version of yourself, to thrive, to grow, to expand. So use it for that. All right. It is, especially the escapism part, or that is a big thing with these Neptune squares, where you could be pushing people away, pushing things away, making excuses. That is just things that happen with these squares. All right. So this is like, when I say escapism, like you could literally be like very bye Felicia energy, stores closed, gone fishing. But open yourself up, don't close off those lines of communication. All right. Now, this is again happening in your 9th house of spirituality. So there could be this spiritual ascension that you may feel from this squeeze. Okay. From this squeeze. So again, looking at things in a new way is something that you may really embrace this weekend. It's something that you may really embrace this weekend. 9th house is also long distance travel. It's publishing, broadcasting, education, education, higher education. There could be some things around those areas of your life as well. All right. Where you may, have to distinguish, what seems really real for me and what is like an illusion for me. Right. Especially again with Neptune squares. Now, what I was really wanting to talk about, and I was going to make a separate video on this. When I get time, I will, because there's another video I want to do for y'all. Neptune is at 29 degrees. All right. And I feel like not a lot of people are really emphasizing this right now. Neptune is at 29 degrees. It's a critical degree. All right. There's 30 degrees. So it's at the very end. So this is like a graduation. It's like a toast. But here's the thing. From Neptune being in Pisces since 2011. All right. Now, I say that because at 29 degrees, it's about to leave Pisces after 13, 14 years. Okay. That's how long Neptune spends in a sign. And it's going to be at 20. Neptune is such a slow moving planet. It's going to be at 29 degrees until September. And then it's going to go back a little bit. And then it's going to dip into Aries next year. And you're going to get a little preview of Neptune in Aries when it goes into Aries officially for 13, 14 years, 2026. All right. But it will go back to 29 degrees, Neptune in Pisces. All right. So that's full close out there. That's in February 2026, where we're going to have a lot of shifts, by the way. Not only Neptune moves into Aries, Saturn moves into Aries, and there's a lot happening around that time. Jupiter will be in your sign by that time too, or in your sign at that time as well. And we'll talk about it later when we get to that point. But Neptune is in its domicile in Pisces. It does really well in Pisces. You've probably felt a lot more spiritually moved and spiritually driven, and have had your intuition heightened, okay, to like a whole other level, perhaps had a lot more compassion, all since 2011. All right. Neptune is also dreams. It's the subconscious. It's the metaphysical. It's hidden things. So things beyond the physical plane. All right. That's Neptune in Pisces. And so there could have been, again, this ascension in this area. And now Neptune in Pisces at 29 degrees is asking you, hey, this is a time before I move into Aries for you to surrender something. When we move into Aries, when we have that moment together, okay? Surrender the things that no longer serve you well. In order to do that, you really have to trust your intuition and be in tune and really have that relationship with, your higher mind, your higher self. Now, the other thing that's really crazy about this, Cancer, is that Neptune takes 165 years to make a complete orbit, a cycle, okay, around the zodiac. And so think about when Neptune moved into Pisces in 2011. What happened 165 years before that? Well, that would be the year 1846, the year that Neptune was discovered. So in our modern world, right? So how crazy is it that it's making its official full orbit at this point, right? Closing it out very, very soon into this brand new cycle. When I say 2026 is going to be very different with all these other planets moving into different signs at that point, it's going to be very different. All right. It's going to be very different, but it is asking you to use your spirituality now, use that intuition that you built. Okay. And use it to really feel fulfilled in that area. And you can do other things for that to bring that out, using Tibetan healing bowls, breaking out the, crystals, like I said, listening to music over 528 hertz is good. Anything over 400, getting sage, garlic, whatever works for you. But I say this because at 29 degrees, it could be a little like, there's that sense of escapism that is you may feel. And so just don't avoid things that you need to let go at this point. All right. And you're going to feel it all summer long. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. It's just at that point where it's like, I spiritually know, like, for me to evolve, I've got to let this thing go that's been holding me back. And I know that I'm going to be rewarded. Okay. And it's going to feel really good when that happens. And it is a classic, when someone doesn't feel like they're good enough, they have that moment of belief, right? And once they have that, they win the game. They get the girl, they get the boy, they beat the bad guy, they reunite with their lover, making pottery as a ghost, whatever it takes, whatever you need, it's gonna happen. Okay, so feel really, really find, just hold on to that intuitive side of yours, really explore it. Okay, you're gonna have Jupiter in Gemini in your 12th house all year long up until June 2025. You're going to have a lot of moments. Okay. You're going to really connect. All right. You're definitely going to have a lot. I think I mentioned this one of your past readings, to a psychic level. I mean, this is going to be really big. And the other thing is that, as we move, next week we move into your season, Cancer season, Venus moves into your sun, Mercury moves into your sun. But what I love about this weekend that's coming up is that, happy Father's Day. But it's the moon will be in Libra. Okay. The moon will be in Libra all weekend long. All right. So that's really nice because Libra actually rules your 4th house. You're the native ruler of the 4th house. So a lot of great home and family energy. All right. Even partnership energy could be really nice. Now, the other thing is, remember, before this, last week, we had a Venus kazimi. That was actually really major. That's another video that I really wanted to do for a separate video because it was so big. But, we also had that new moon, one of the best new moons of 2024. We had Jupiter trine Pluto. I mean, we had so many crazy big things that happened last week, and you're still going to feel those energies, even though this week there's a lot of squares, but you remember they're just pushing you. I don't know if I said this near last week's reading, but think of yourself like walking through quicksand. Okay. Wearing a backpack. All right. These squares, that's what it's like, but they're not, it's like you're ankle deep. All right. So just remove things from your backpack that you need to surrender, things that are slowing you down, things that you don't need. Take the things out of your cargo pants, your pockets, whatever you need to do to just continue to move forward. Okay. So Cancer, with that said, let's get started. Let's see what's going on for you for June 10th to the 16th. This is for Cancer, Cancer rising, Cancer moon, any other placements in your chart that you want to check out. If you know your birth chart, I would see where your Neptune's at as well. But let's go ahead, see what's going on for you, Cancer, for June 10th to the 16th. Now, Cancer, how are ya? Oh gosh, my dorky laugh. I do a traditional called the cross spread. Really does offer the best overview if we need to put clarifiers. Cancer, I got you. Y'all are amazing. A lot of career stuff still happening for you. I hope you know there's a lot of career stuff. All right, let's see what's going on for you, Cancer. Wow. Wowzer. So you're good. Let's get to it. Can I just point something out real quick before I know I go in order here, but you just got the pair. When I talked about that spiritual activity, you just got the pair here. When I talked about you being in your 12th house with this Neptune energy at 29 degrees, you just got the pair. You got the Hierophant in there, the High Priestess. Let's get started. You also got the King of Cups. The King of Cups is one of the most intuitive. He's the most intuitive king. He is someone who is, wow. He is someone who is a lot of heart to give, very loving. I love this energy. Loving energy is really strong. And you could be feeling that moving into this week, feeling emotionally stable, feeling that, it really, really like, leading with your heart. And especially with a week where we're about to move into Cancer season, we have the moon in Libra in your 4th house of family. Now you get the King of Cups to Scorpio. Scorpio rules your 5th house, okay, which is love and relationships and pleasure and joy and family and children. So I absolutely love this for you. All right. I absolutely love this for you. Really highly charged like spiritual energy like in your spread. Now you have the Page of Swords in the heart of your spread. Wow, you are definitely shifting the way that you see things. Again, you're already going to have that with all these Saturn squares. Remember what I said, Saturn in Pisces, also Neptune in Pisces. You're going to see things in different ways. You're going to think about things in different ways. Now you have the Page of Swords and the Heart of Your Spread showing this is something that's going to happen. And also, don't forget, we have that Mercury kazimi, all right, where there you have that shift and that clarity. And so that could not be any more true for you or any less true for you. It can't be truer, okay? With the Page of Swords and the Heart of Your Spread, this is someone who is very enthusiastic about learning something new, about having this new mindset, about going after something that is really compelling to him, but also swords are the mental suit, the air suit, right? So it really is like logic and thinking and processing things, but also communication. Okay, pages are the messenger. So it could be a week where you are possibly maybe get a message that you get really enthusiastic about. It could be a week that you're giving a message that you're really enthusiastic about as well. But this is definitely, the Page of Swords is spongy energy. And so what I love about this is that remember, just Gemini season alone, all right, is just that energy. Sun in Gemini and Venus in Gemini, like mental stimulation, craving all that, learning new things and starting, doing a lot of writing, doing a lot of researching, starting businesses, really thinking about that, being very curious, open-minded, very social as well. But anyway, you're going to be good to go. Now, you have the Five of Wands, all right? So you have the Five of Wands in your challenge area. So, there could be, somewhat, listen, if there's anyone that's going to like rise up, if there's anything that comes across with these squares, the Mars squaring Pluto and the Saturn and the Neptune squares, where someone could be saying things that you don't really agree with, or someone doesn't see eye to eye with you, someone's fishing for something, you have such this like protective energy, like you're gonna just nip it in the bud. All right, you're gonna nip it in the bud. Five of Wands is a conflict card, it's a challenge card, yet it is indicating that should anything arise this week, there may be you stepping up in a place where you're like, okay, we've got to see eye to eye. Where maybe there's too many cooks in the kitchen. Let's just make sure that we're all on the same page. Now, the other thing is, yes, there could be a little bit of you that's a little a little conflicty, a lot going on with your mind. All right. So there is that slowdown, which that's really nice with, Mars and Taurus. And then even with these squares, right, they're challenging, and they are a little bit like slow down energy, to slow down to observe, slow down to process things, slow down to, really smooth things over. All right. So just you as well, like have that patience and have that slow down as well. But there is, with this family energy, by the way, still, it could also be like, children, or, family, whoever it is, like even colleagues or whatnot, where you're just kind of caught in the crossfire. So you're going to be that person. You're a Cancer, you're a cardinal sign. You're going to lead her up and be like, y'all, let's see eye to eye. Now, you got the Hierophant, okay, in your crown. So yeah, you are seeking this enlightenment, okay? And it's really, really nice here. Now, leadership is, talk about leader. This is, he's got two monks at his feet. I mean, this is someone who's very influential, very powerful. All right. This is someone who, this is the first card in the Major Arcana where other people appear other than the main figure, by the way. And so this is you really, really being this force of nature, being this, having this leadership energy in this spiritual way as well. The Hierophant has that, right? He is the connector between the divine, our physical reality, but a lot of wisdom in this card, okay? But also a lot of structure. The Hierophant loves structure and order, but he also loves an audience too. And so there could be something that you're moving into where people are receiving like the sage wisdom from you, which I really love. Now, You have the Seven of Swords, all right? So you have the Seven of Swords in your in the root of your spread. This is going to be a week. Remember I said, like, from the beginning, like, face your truths. Don't run away from anything. Don't hide from anything, okay? This is going to be one of those weeks where, you know, there may be something that you really want to confront, okay? And it could be another person. Sure, it could be another person, but that you find out is doing something very, you know, Machiavellian, something that's very, you know, dishonest and not really cool. But at the same time, remember, these aspects are for the collective. So it could even be you, but it could be you looking at your entire spread here, something where it's you have to confront, where it helps you become this, you know, more like your more authentic self, okay? Because you have the high priestess in your future too. This is really crazy. This is really crazy. So keep that in mind. The other thing is, yes, the Seven of Swords is, Seven of Swords is an Aquarius card. And remember, Pluto is in Aquarius in your eighth house. All right. So eighth house is transformation, but it's like, you know, shared resources, other people's money, like investments, inheritance, things like that, but also like intimacy. So there really could be something that you have to confront in those, like along those lines as well. But it does feel like, I mean, it really just does feel like it's you. There's something that, you know, with all this spiritual energy, and then you have these swords, which is more the other side, you know, like the logic and reasoning and whatnot, the processing things. So it really could be you. But High Priestess in your future, this is amazing. This is, you know, speaking of the fact that you have Jupiter, Venus, Mercury, and the Sun in your 12th house of the subconscious. You have the guardian of the subconscious. Okay. In your future, you're going to be protected. She comes out when she says, listen, I got you. Just go within and trust your intuition. That's going to make all the difference here. Okay. That's going to make all the difference. She is highly associated with you, by the way, because she is associated with the moon. You can even see the sliver of the moon at her feet. Okay. The moon in astrology rules you. And then you have, you know, even her headdress, by the way, you see the different phases of the moon. All right. So really tapping, like really, really immersing in your intuitive side. All right. Because there's a lot of, if you're seeking a lot of answers here, you already may know, like, or yeah, if you have questions, you may have the answers inside you. And then remember what I talked about, that veil, cutting through that veil. I mean, you can even see that here. And so it is that intuition, trusting your intuition, your spirituality here that will let you see beyond that. Okay. You've got to really go within to, you know, have perspective in your physical world. Let's get to your stuff. Oh my goodness, Cancer. If you like this reading, by the way, it'd be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments, tell me what's going on, Cancer, and get ready for your birthday season next week. And you know you're amazing. All right, so let's. Oh, you're good. You're good. You're good. I cannot. Yeah, I'm gonna give you a mic drop. You're gonna get a mic drop. Cancer. Wow, your life is changing. Your life is changing in this huge way. Let's get, before I even get there, I did want to pull a clarifier for the Seven of Swords here. Okay, you're gonna be fine as long as you trust your, as long as you be honest with yourself about something, you're gonna be fine. And if it's someone in your world that's, you know, being dishonest with you, and you know you have a conversation about that, you're gonna be good. This is, I say it's the green light card, the Three of Wands. Okay, so this is really nice. This is really nice. This is all systems go. This is going out there to, you know, start new things, and, you know, have that curiosity for something new that you want to, you know, really immerse in, and even a lot of self-discovery with this card as well. Okay, now Six of Pentacles. Wow, this is the winner of the week. This is coming up in everyone's spread. So with the fact that there's all this spiritual activity with Neptune at 29 degrees in Pisces, but also Neptune, you know, with the squares, and, you know, you specifically, by the way, with all this Gemini energy in your 12th house of spirituality, right? And Saturn and Pisces in your 9th house, spirituality as well. It's just crazy, but this is, it seems like the best thing here is really trusting your intuition, Really, really, being in that mindset where everything that you do is not only, bettering your life and bringing all this love and abundance within your world, but also for yourself too. Like cancers do have can prioritize like other people in their lives, their loved ones, save love for you as well. Okay, now you have the Six of Pentacles here. It's all about everything harmonizing on this spiritual wealth that's coming in, spreading it as well. It seems like that's something that is going to be happening. And when I say spreading it, remember that's wisdom as well. You see the two columns in both of these cards. You've heard of like Solomon's Temple. They're from the wisdom of Solomon, right? So anyway, a lot of wisdom, spreading wisdom as well. But it seems like that's going to bring this gratitude and this, you feeling like everything's balanced. And if you are in a place where it's just generosity, all right, you just spreading a lot of love and joy, but also money could be a thing where in terms of financially, if you're seeking it, then that is something that could be coming. All right. That is something that could be coming because you also got the Magician. You got the Magician. All right. Really big deal in your external factors area. So you are going on this new journey. I want you to watch your last week's reading. Okay. It's just too crazy. So the Magician coming up with the High Priestess. I don't even know what to say. I mean, this is really big. Okay. This is the Magician, by the way. It's all about action. All right. Card 1. And then you got card 2, the High Priestess. So this is, the High Priestess is very passive. And that's why just, having that spiritual side come out. Now, the Magician in your external factors area, things are happening. All right. Things are happening for you. In a way where you can basically have whatever you want. All right. You just have to take that action and be in that right mindset and trust your intuition. This is great. This brand new journey that's starting for you. This is really, really amazing. And again, just watch your last week's reading. Now, the Magician holds all tools of tarot, okay? Has them all at his disposal. You see the Wands, the Swords, the Pentacles, and the Cups. So any direction you want to put that energy, any path that you want to create, any reality you want to create for yourself, you can do that now. You can do it. He has the full powers to do that. All right. Creating this world for himself. And then you have the King of Pentacles. Absolutely amazing. Yeah. That is where, the King of Pentacles is the richest king. All right. So speaking of that wealth again, this is gotta be, it's like, that's like your goal. That's the end game. And not, sure, financially, if you're here for money, but also remember Pentacles are your physical reality. So wealth in your world, wealth in your kingdom, wealth in your family, wealth in your career. I mean, that type of wealth, all right? That abundance, all right? So just continue to go down this path and you're going to be fine. You've got everything going for you because you also got the 10 of Cups in your final outcome. I mean, can there not be a card that's and it's in your final outcome, the 10 of Cups. Oh my diddly days. This is huge. Okay. This is a card of total happiness. This is a card of total like enjoyment of joy. Okay. Joy literally lives in the word enjoyment. You see the happy family, the happy couple, the happy kids, happy everything, happy rainbow, the only rainbow in tarot, indicating this promising future. Like you're moving into a place where you're going to feel all this wealth, okay? But also emotional wealth. Remember, cups are emotions and feelings and love and intuition as well and wonderment. But you're good here. This is a week where it looks like there's some things ending, some things beginning, okay? Some things ending, some things beginning, but a lot of it is you moving into a place where you are more in tune with your higher mind, your higher self, like listening to your inner voice, like really, really embracing that intuitive side that you're already well equipped for it. Like you are well equipped for the mission because Cancer, I say it all the time, y'all are among the most intuitive signs, but this is amazing. This is absolutely amazing. Wow. Okay. So Cancer, thanks so much for tuning in. If you like this reading, it would be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments, tell me what's going on. And next week we got some stuff happening. You know that we have, first of all, every, Mercury and Venus moving into your sign, and we actually kick it off with Mercury conjuncting Venus in your sign, but then we have that full moon in Capricorn. That's going to be big. Lots of changes happening for you, Cancer, and auspicious changes that, wow, this is really big. This is really big. Okay, so thanks so much, Cancer. I will see you next week. All right, bye-bye.